In this video we want to learn how to adjust and use a spoke shave. I've got two spoke shaves here on the table. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see those. So we've got a no name. There's no name on this one. Who made it? We picked them up from Busy Bee Tools, and I don't see any marks on it. I don't know where that was made, but they actually work pretty good. We have over here a record. This one's in English, made in England. It's an A151, and this is a pretty good spoke shave, and a little more refined in how it's and the dials and whatnot than this cheaper one. They actually both work pretty good. Now, a spoke shave is made of a few different components. We've got the main body here. We have the sole, same as a hand plane. It's similar to a hand plane, it just has a shorter base. Okay, so there's a blade that protrudes through the sole of the base of the tool. Two handles. You can either pull or push it. We've got these dials here that spin on these threaded rods that protrude out the top. And if you look closely, you can see that there's a knurled part that your fingers go on, and there's a little dog here that is what engages with the blade. There's also this screw right here, which is a pivot screw. That's where the blade pivots. And we've got a cap iron here. This is a cap iron, and there's the set screw here that we use for defining the tension that we have on our blade. The way these get assembled is take the blade with the bevel. So the bevel is the part that has the angle. And that's what a bevel is. And that goes down, and you carefully set it into, so the blade goes through the slot in the bottom, or the groove, and you want to make sure that the slots in the blade drop onto the little dogs, so that when you spin this, it is engaged in those slots, and that's what moves it up and down. As I spin this back, it's going to move the blade this direction. As I spin it in, as in clockwise, it's going to move the blade in and get a deeper cut. Exact same thing on this one, just that it's made of brass. It's not quite as refined, but the process is exactly the same. Once you have the blade in like that, you want to maybe back this screw off a little bit. This drops in to this keyhole here, like this, over top of the screw that is the pivot screw, and that could be a little bit lower. And what happens now is, as we spin this knob, it is raising the back of the cap iron here and causing it to catch and grab on the pivot screw. So as we spin this up, it is pulling up on the back and pushing down on the front, which is pinching the blade in place. Now it's set a little, sometimes it needs to go down a little bit. Now I look out the bottom, sight down the bottom, just to get in the range, in the zone here. And so there's an adjustment on each side of the blade. As you spin the knob forward, it pushes the blade down. As you spin it back, it pulls the blade back. Now there's always a bit of a zone in here where nothing happens, because it's in between adjustments. That little dog is moving between the one edge of the slot in the groove and blade, and one edge of the other slot in the other groove. So just like with a plain blade, you want to start with zero cut. Back it off so you can't see the blade across the bottom, and then you get a piece of wood. Now this is a bit of a wonky board. Let's see if this will work. Get this mounted in your vise, and then you start with no cut. There's no cut there, and you begin to advance them. Oh, I got a cut already. All right. So that was pretty quick. I didn't expect to cut that soon. But you don't want to go very far. Maybe just a half a turn at a time until you get the right cut. Okay. You can push it as well. I Actually, there's two little spots right here where your thumbs go, and this one also has that for pushing. Pushing works really well. And you're kind of like that. All right, that's how you adjust it. If you have it too far out, you're going to have problems. It's going to chatter or skip and grab like that. Very hard to do. Okay, you have to, at that point, then you have to back it off. You get a really rough cut if your blade is too far out. Back it off to the point where you have no cut, and then slowly advance them until you get the cut you want. Okay, that's how you use a spoke shave and adjust it. Exact same process with this other style that we have here. Same thing. All right.